Welcome to the Pigment Collective. My name is Julia Godoy. Here you will find an evolving online space for learnings on natural art making, sustainable practices, and deeper connections to your creativity through the natural world. The history of making natural pigments goes back centuries and centuries, long before commercial paints and factories were even created. Back then, the duties of the artist studio was split amongst many assistants, with the newest position being responsible for pigment sourcing in nature, the next assistant up refining the pigment, and the next making the paint, so on and so forth, until each color was made and prepared for the master painter by the time they came in. I've been learning every step of the process over the past 6 years, and the longer I worked with locally collected natural colors, the more I realized their healing qualities too. This practice comes from a long line of makers and knowledge that was once passed down to me and now to you too. I've been working behind the scenes for the past year on my natural paint making online course, and now it is finally ready to be shared with you. I've created 2 pathways. One, the core experience. It is a self-guided journey of 8 weeks. We start with a material overview where I share the materials that have worked for me over the years and which haven't. I have made many mistakes over the years and have included many of them in the course so that you can avoid them. We'll learn how to forage for earth pigments in a respectful and responsible way, taking note of those who came before us and where we fall in a long line of connection to the land in this way. We'll process, refine, and categorize our pigments together, and then hand mull our own watercolor paint. While watercolor medium is available to purchase at the store, I've dedicated a whole week to sharing my personal watercolor medium recipe with you step by step. All of your paint making troubleshooting questions will be answered just in time for us to start actually painting for an entire week, going over basic watercolor painting techniques. In my classes, I always say that I feel like the chef from Ratatouille, except for art. Anyone can paint. These basic techniques are the core of all painting. With them, you can paint anything. Then the course closes with a lesson in color theory, and so you can feel more comfortable mixing your handmade watercolors, and so you can see the range of tones that are available to you, which were created by hand from your local environment. But for those who feel a calling to go a bit deeper and connect more with themselves and their inner creative voice, I've created a second pathway, the Studio Circle. It features everything found in the core experience, plus weekly opening and closing journal prompts designed to get you thinking of your practice as an emotional and energetic channel, not just material technique. Here, you'll see parts of yourself you maybe haven't seen in years or ever before. You'll have group support through bi-weekly virtual meetings with me, as well as a private group chat. While working with natural pigments is a private and solitary practice, the support to have a space to ask questions, share your progress, and share newfound colors is invaluable. A supportive message creates a ripple of positivity. To take it a step further, at the end of our course, we will partake in a pigment exchange, sharing a small amount of our handmade colors with other members from around the world, sealing our session together through collective making with the earth. Regardless of which path you choose, you are making an important first step in being here already. Trust in the calling that brought you here and be ready to find peace in the beautiful process of making your own art from Mother Nature. She is the greatest teacher after all. Should you have any questions about the courses, feel free to visit the FAQ page below or send an email to the studio at hello@juliagodoystudio.com. I am so happy that you're here, and I am delighted to see you in the studio as part of the Pigment Collective. Thank you.